Hi everybody, my name is Leslie Alapatu. I'm the Assistant Executive Director at the IESA, and I am here to give you some reminders and updates as you get ready to begin softball. So hopefully you'll bear through this video with me. First, IESA softball can begin on Monday, July 25th. All of our registered schools for IESA softball will get this IESA softball information guide. The information guide has the activity update, terms and conditions, some reminders about heat and severe weather safety guidelines, as well as a concussion protocol and any other important information that we think is important for you to have. Many of these documents are also available at www.iesa.org, and if you click on the softball link, you will be able to access these documents that way as well. The first thing that I want to go over with you are our updated coaching education requirements, and I have my cheat sheet here that I'm going to read off of. In order to be an IESA coach, you need to meet one of the following requirements. You must be regularly licensed by the ISBE as a teacher, administrator, or school service personnel, or you must be a retired teacher or coach from an IESA or IHSA member school, or you must be a college student completing your coaching as part of the official student teaching assignment, or finally, you must be certified through one of the IESA coaching education approved programs. In addition to meeting one of those requirements that I just stated, the individual must also be a high school graduate or equivalent, and they must be employed by the local school board. Anybody with a substitute-only license must meet the coaching education requirement through one of the programs. Some updates that we have through the IESA handbook from last year to this year are the following. First, pass cards that are sent to schools may only be used for regular season contests. They are no longer permitted at IESA state series activities. So in order for an administrator to get into a state series, please make sure that they are listed on the Passgate form or your regional entry form as well. Next, the forfeit penalty has changed. In addition to what penalties are already in place, we have added that additional penalties, including monetary fines, can be implemented or imposed by our executive director. In addition, for all games and all contests, all schools must be arriving within 30 minutes of the scheduled start time of the game. This is a change from 45 minutes, so we have bumped that up so that they can be starting as close to the scheduled time as possible. Coaching education we already talked about. There is a new state mandate that says all interscholastic coaches must pass a concussion test. That test is available through your member center. Schools will need to make sure the coaches are given the concussion password so they can log in, take the course, and then pass the test. And then they should be listed in your school's concussion certified coaches list. That's also available in the member center. Finally, we've made a change to our coach ejection policy. If a coach is ejected from a contest, they must serve a 2-game penalty. If that same coach is ejected from a second contest during the school year, they must then serve a 5-game penalty. This is a major change, so please make sure that your coaches are aware of this. Every school that's registered for IESA softball will get their initial mailing within the next week. Included in the initial mailing is the National Federation Softball Rules Book for 2016. Major changes that they have made to rules through the National Federation include the definition of a projected substitute. And I'm reading from it. A projected substitute is the act of entering a substitute without first removing a player from that position in the lineup. And Rule 3, Section 3, Article 3 says that projected substitutes are not permitted. In addition, an editorial change that the National Federation included is that one American flag, 2 inches by 3 inches maximum, may be worn or occupy space on the jersey. By state association adoption for special occasions, commemorative or memorial patches not to exceed 4 square inches may be worn on the jersey. So please contact me if you have a question about a commemorative patch being included on your jersey for this year. Okay, thanks for bearing with me. We are almost finished. The last thing that we need to cover are IESA softball terms and conditions updates. The first thing that I wanted to make sure everybody is aware of, practices and tryouts may begin on Monday, July 25th. Games may not begin until Saturday, August 6th. The host for the regional quarterfinal game is the higher seeded team of that contest. That host is responsible for hiring the officials for that regional quarterfinal game. The cost of the officials is $55 per official per regional game, the cost of which is to be split by the schools participating in that contest. The overall IESA designated regional host will host the regional semifinal game and also the regional championship game. We have moved to 1 day of online ranking that will take place on August 31st, 2016. Please make sure to go ahead and log in to your member center, rank the teams in your regional so that we can proceed with seeding. We were asked to provide some sort of a standardized lineup card. When you log into the member center and then click on the softball page in your member center, you'll see a little link for a lineup card. The information that you put into your regional entry form, which can be completed at any time, will transfer over to the lineup card, and you'll be able to select players and their numbers and positions via a drop-down box. So please take advantage of that. We've offered that because we were asked to. When you go to print your lineup card, make sure to change it to landscape orientation. It'll print 2 copies identical to each other side by side, and you'll be able to provide one to the umpire working your game and then also to the opposing team's coach. We have made a change to what we have previously called A and B games. We will now refer to them as varsity and non-varsity games. Here are the big differences. A varsity game is what counts towards your regional entry form record when you complete your regional entry form. Those are the games that count. Please make sure that you are keeping track of wins and losses. When you go to a non-varsity game, those games do not count towards your regional entry form record. The other big difference between the two are the officials that must be used. For a varsity game, you must contract 2 IHSA licensed officials. In the event that you get to a varsity game and only one official has shown up, you may go ahead and proceed with one official, but you must have hired 2 or contracted 2 for that game. At no time are you permitted to use a non-IHSA licensed official for a varsity game. For non-varsity games, those can be officiated by a school administrator, the coaches of both teams, or whoever you may select, so long as you're not able to obtain a licensed official for those contests. A non-varsity game can also have the format altered. So for example, if you want to play a game after the varsity game and it's going to be the non-varsity team playing, you are welcome to change it to 3 innings or 5 innings, or you're only going to play until there's no longer light enough to play. So that is up to the coaches to agree on and make sure that that's outlined in your contract as well. Finally, we did go ahead and put into the terms and conditions a description of what the international tiebreaker rule is. Please make sure you take a look for that in your terms and conditions as well. If you have any questions throughout the year, please feel free to give me a call at IESA. The number there is 309-829-0114, or you can email me directly at leslie@iesa.org, and that's LESLIE@iesa.org. As always, we want to make sure that our coaches, school administrators, parents, spectators, and student athletes are displaying sportsmanship throughout every contest. Please make sure to reinforce that and be the role model for our student athletes. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. Have a great day. Good afternoon. It's morning. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what my hair looks like. Here we go.